We are going to learn now how to calculate Pedersen index of electoral volatility that look at the percentage of change in the percentage of votes between two elections at the aggregate level. In order to calculate Pedersen index of electoral volatility, we are going to use an example, Iceland. In Iceland, 2017 took place the last legislative elections in the European continent. In order to calculate Pedersen index of electoral volatility, we need to have the percentage of votes, the electoral results, basically, for the last two elections. What we have here is the percentage of votes for the 2017 and the 2016 legislative elections. The second thing we need to do before looking into the formula of the Pedersen index of electoral volatility is to see if there have been any splits or mergers. And this is important because it has important consequence for the calculation of electoral volatility. What we see here is that the Center Party is a new party, not totally new, because it split from the Progressive Party, and therefore this will have to be taken into consideration when looking at the calculations of the Pedersen index of electoral volatility. We know by now that the Pedersen index of electoral volatility is the sum of the difference in the absolute percentage of votes between two elections divided by 2. So following this formula, the first thing we need to do is to look at the difference in the percentage of votes between two elections for each of the parties, and this is what we have here. Look that we need to take into consideration that when there is a split of a merger, the percentage of votes for the party that split and the mother party have to be added up and have to be subtracted from the percentage of votes from the mother party. So we have to add up the percentage of votes of the Center Party, 10.9, plus the percentage of votes of the Progressive Party in 2017, 10.7, and subtract that sum from the percentage of votes from the Mother Party in 2016, 11.5. We have now calculated all the difference in the percentage of votes for each of the parties between the two elections, and what we need is the absolute numbers that we have in column G. Later, following Pedersen index of electoral volatility formula, we had to add up all the difference in the percentage of votes between two elections for each of the parties, and finally divided that sum by 2. And we arrive at the final score of total electoral volatility for the 2017 elections in Iceland.